This is part of our program called Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, Cohort 4. We
Mhm.
are conducting this particular program in Mizoram and Tripura. And this particular program is being supported by US Consulate General, Kolkata.
Mhm.
We are very happy to have with us Zeeneta Cobb. So
Mhm.
she is one of, and she's an alumni of the program Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. Which cohort are you from? Do you remember one, two, three?
I think it could be on the 1 or 2. I am not really sure. I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
That's okay. And which year do you remember?
It was in 2019 or no, it was before COVID, I think. And during
Then
the COVID, we had
2019,
some extension. Yeah.
1920.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, okay. So I'll start again. So we
Mhm.
are very happy to have with us Ms. Zeeneta Kaur. So
Mhm.
she is part of the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs program. She was part of this program in around 2019-20, probably in the first or second cohort of Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. And we are very happy to have with us during in one of the capacity building programs and a very important series of sessions that we have, and we call it She Leads. So it is about entrepreneur speak. It is about how we can leverage as many women voices we can and inspire others. So this is part of our Academy for Women Entrepreneurs cohort 4, where we are working very closely with 70 women entrepreneurs from Miss, and we feel very privileged to have her with us, to have Zeeneta with us. Zeeneta is from Manipur. And she has developed a wonderful venture. She is doing a pioneering work in her own state, and in between lot of conflicts, lot of struggles. So she's building, rebuilding. I think she is experimenting, and then she is the most important part is that she is not quitting. And thanks for that. Thanks for that energy. And we are very happy and we want to hear about you, hear your story. So I'll stop now and over to you. If you can start with your journey, how you started with your venture, why you started this venture, and where are you right now? Over to you.
Thank you, Arena, first of all, for this beautiful time to able to share my story. Uh, and before I get into my story, I also want to say thank you officially to Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. I mean, we we had a good time, I would say. In my time, there were really a lot of women in different kinds of businesses. So I get to learn a lot. We did a dream builder, program, and it was like a stepping stone for me to learn and, to invest my time before I start. So I am very thankful to the AWE. Uh, my venture started in 2019. I would say it's right before, I mean, when we talk about 2019, most of the people now probably remember as COVID-19, but to me, it was a crucial year, a year where we took a step and we started a business firm called Delight Enterprises. And Delight Enterprises has about more than 6 different nature of businesses, but we started off with one of it as a cafe, a coffee shop, and restaurant kind of, cafe both together. And but our heart was to do more than just coffee. And first of all, coming from Manipur, and it's a, Northeast India is known for tea. We have tea, and bringing in coffee is a big thing, right? It's a big change. It could be risky. What would be? But we started off with coffee and bakery, and in 2019 of January of 2019, and in a couple of months we were approached by Korean embassy in Delhi to share a platform for Korean Culture and Art Center. And so we were serving Korean food as well, and providing a place to learn Korean language and cultural activities, things like that alongside our coffee. And actually it helped both ways, but now that has shifted into King Sejong Institute in DM University, and we continued our coffee shop. But we didn't want it to be just any other coffee shop. We wanted to really bring coffee, that are brewed from sourced from the best coffee beans, in Southeast Asia, in India. We wanted to promote coffee beans of India too, and also from other places like Africa, and the best taste of coffee beans. We wanted to bring it into Manipur. And so we started off that by serving 16 different types of coffee, and with whatever activities we were doing, it was really becoming a place, that people liked, loved to come and hang out. It was like a hub, to practically say, because in 2019, believe me or not, in Imphal, there were only about 4 to 5 coffee shops that has, a real brewed coffee machine.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm talking like, we were like the first of the people, to really bring in the real taste. And people even don't know, when they say coffee, they're like, okay, Nescafe, or, just any kind of coffee. But we wanted to bring the real, taste of coffee, and knowledge, first of all, and skills, and business in that area. So we were very thankful we started, but we also use our platform, our coffee shop, as a platform to promote like local handicrafts, handmade, handlooms, anything that were, the local artists were producing but did not have their own businesses. So we would conduct like monthly artistry expos in our coffee shop. We shared our platform. We didn't do this just to have an income, but we did this with a genuine heart to really impact the community and share that platform, because we know what it is to be in our part of the region, with limited resources and opportunities. So we had this 3,500 square foot place, and we say, why not we share this place? And so we provided a platform where people can come, local artists can showcase their products. It became a place of network. It became a place for, inspirations for people to, actually became a place for startups, like people would throw their ideas. We did consultation, things like that. So those were the activities we did it since 2019 to 2023 May, where, Manipur had this big problem. So, and not only that, we also did coffee making skills training, like barista training, through our. Many people actually would question us, like, why now? Do you want to wait until you're successful? But here I work along with my brother, who is the co-owner of Delight Enterprises. So we say, we don't have to wait just to be, to be like successful to impact. We can impact as we grow. Because we can see people around us, needing, help, and, jobs, skills, empower, and it's simply just to empower them. So we said, why not we start this barista training? And then we started training these young people, even some of them like who have graduated and master's degree, bachelor's degree. They're helpless, and we said, why not you just learn? And they started learning, and it actually empowered them to start their own businesses. And we have actually helped, quite a lot of cafes to establish. We're providing, even providing placements for some of our trainees in proper, coffee shops, things like that. So we actually impacted as we grow. And when COVID hit, like in 2019 and 2020, we had to shut our door for more than 6, 7, 8 months. And even then we were able to survive. I would say we came through, and in 3 years of time, we were actually profitable. And, so it was quite a journey to say that, when Delight Enterprises started this cafe, and our cafe was called Café Delight Imphal. So people who are listening or who knows this place will remember us. I know there were visitors, tourists, people coming through, Manipur and passing through to the other countries were actually stopping by because we were in the highway area. And so people will stop by and, and find themselves in our cafe. Some of the objective we had, in establishing Delight Enterprises was, number one, to promote women entrepreneurship in coffee business. We see women, being in a managing positions, or people in, hospitality in terms of like serving or things like that. But to really, be in coffee business, it's very rare to find women in that area, and I had to take a big step. I was like, there were more of the risky side, but, I was, thankfully, I would say I had the courage to take this area, and we did it. But I wanted to actually promote that, women can do this as well. There's no limitation. I want, women to have a diverse area of businesses, right? So I wanted to promote more women into, business with coffee industry. And I wanted to promote, with youth with skills, business mindset, because in our context, a lot of young people often tend to seek government job as their security, or parents or people, even if you have, graduated and, finished education, still the platform is so less, and to get that, you just sit and wait and wait and wait. But I don't want that kind of mindset. I wanted to bring skill and business mindset that, there is a room to grow. There is a way to, make life stable, earn income, So those kind of things were our objective. And also, like I said, Delight Enterprises was not just into coffee business, but we also wanted to promote handicrafts and handmade and handloom product, things like that. So we were actually bringing that exposure to our customers and people, and even we wanted to grow to the level of import and export so that we can, promote this locally made products to other places, So we had that objective, and we wanted to just provide a business platform, for economic growth in our home state, right? We wanted to bring impact through our work, and also to provide an environment where locals and, even visitors from other places would find a place through our business in Manipur. So that was our main objective. And why I started this business is very much close to my heart, I would say. Everyone has a story. Every person, every business person, I would say, have a story. And to me, I came out to say a little bit of my background. I'm a survivor of a social religious crisis background of a family. And that can affect a lot to young people. And I was one of them. I'm a survivor of that. And for years, I thought I'm a victim, but I didn't want it to remain victim to that. I wanted to be a victor, to overcome. And so because of my the background I had, we were forced into poverty, and we had limited opportunities and resources, and educationally, it was a challenge for me. I would say at the age of 15, I was earning. I was the breadwinner for my family at the age of 15. I mean, and it was a hard life I had to live, but I don't want it to remain like that. I wanted to come out of it. And so I would say that, Arena, I am not a brilliant student, but I'm hardworking. And I think that is something that actually kept me going. I was hardworking. I wanted to learn. I'm a risk taker, and always learning how to do better in life. I didn't have actually a time to play a blame game, like why life is like that, why, I didn't have time to do that. But I was always focused on how to do business that would bring transformation in my life and my family's life. I wanted to provide a better environment. So I used to do small businesses, when I was younger to help my education. And it helped me to pursue, I would say, bigger steps. So starting small is good, not just like jumping into something big, but starting small and but consistent, and always focus on how to, do better and learn, have the attitude of learning, always pushing yourself a little bit beyond your comfort zone, what it could. So I was actually, when I did the Academy for Women Entrepreneurship training, like cohort, I was actually so much eager to learn and hear stories, and I pushed myself, beyond my comfort zone so that I can learn as much as I can. And so I was, and then number two, it was just so hard to fight all odds every day as a woman. So when we started this business, I have to be the cleaner. I have to be the person to do all the paperwork. I have to be the person to do the construction or renovations, buying, connection. There were a lot of things I had to do. And sometimes when I show up to some of the places to buy some raw materials or things, or, for constructions or renovations, and the shopkeepers will actually look at me and be surprised because maybe they have never seen a woman come and, buy or ask questions or do things. Some of these were my challenges, but I was willing to go through that. And I was willing to go through that, fight through all odds, and didn't give up. I would say simply, I didn't give up. I just kept going. I did a lot of homework. I would say a lot of homework was needed to be able to establish a successful business. It's important for someone, it could be a small business or a big business. It's important to do homework well. So I'm not saying this to say I did best or I'm perfect, or it's not about applauding myself, but I look back actually, and I find myself that I was doing a lot of homework. And so a lot of running around jobs, I had to do it myself. And I did it simply as a way of learning, actually acquiring knowledge and to do better. So I did that. So I'm very thankful, I would say, to that point, that from 2019 to 2023, we had a successful 5 year of business. And we did it as a team. I would say I'm all credit to my team. Taking care of my team was also one of my top priority, so that people that I work with, the team, caring for them, making sure that they belong in this business. It is not just my work, it is all of our effort to keep it going was very important, and we did quite well for 5 years.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I just, by listening to your story and your journey, I was just thinking of three things. You can touch upon these three things, or and continue with explaining and sharing your journey with us. Is that one is that you are still now heavily involved in skilling young people. So,
Mhm.
what is your take in that, and what other skills do you think the youth of today should imbibe, not only with respect to entrepreneurship, but with respect to their career, with job opportunities? Business and entrepreneurship definitely is a very important career choice and career pathway anyone can take in. But
Mm,
what, according to you, should be the important skills that one should imbibe
mm.
in a better prospect for a better prospect in their career?
Actually, a lot of time our education system are so limited, so we don't
Mhm.
like, even when we are high school graduate or we are already in this bachelor's and master's, but we lack in skills a lot. This is something that young people had to pursue, actually push themselves to learn, because this will help them in a long run. You know, it's not just the degree, but skill is something that nobody can actually take it away, and you can make something out of it. So we really, I mean, me and my brother, we really are upfront about it, because we know what it took for us. And so we actually continue to what do you call, mentor and help younger people over there to be able to even take up some of these like skill courses alongside their education, you know,
Right.
so that it can actually become part of their degree, or maybe it will, I mean, they can graduate alongside, you know, and they.
Can you give an example of these skills? What could be those skills, leadership skills or some other?
Oh, well, I mean, right now our focus is mainly by providing the training that we have in coffee making, and
Right.
also in terms of running business and how
Mm-hmm.
to run. You know, we provide hands-on experiences. We do the background of, you know, how to really set up, how to do all kinds of, you know, paperwork, you know, and what are the
Right.
opportunities, sometimes even schemes that are available to India, you know, through government or private sector, NGO. So we actually help them by running through, like, giving them hands-on. We provide that through our platform. I mean, I wish I can do more in future. My
Right.
hope is to do, you know, more. And also, actually, I would just sit down with people who are willing to, you know, really focus and learn, sit down and actually share step by step. You know, maybe
Right.
some people do it for money, but I actually do it as a part of our impact journey. Yeah.
So the platform that you are mentioning about, referring to, is it online or is it still in Manipur, or you're thinking of rebuilding it? As you said that you ran it till 2023.
Yeah. So just to comment a little bit on that, in 2023, our place was seized by government because it was in a complicated area, you know, where it was surrounded by offices and things like that. So they seized our building, and later on it was actually burned. So our warehouse was burned, and we had very, very limited time with the help of police to remove some of the things that, you know, we could remove after the burning was done. And so we had to shut down. I would say 5 years of investment just overnight. We had to shut down, not knowing what was going to be, you know, next step. And it did push back a little bit, I would say, emotionally, mentally, to all of us as a team, and more so for me as well. And I don't know whether I should continue or not in Manipur. We could continue online, but we actually took a total break of a year, I would say. And then even when we were taking this break, we know that we were getting messages and calls from people. Are you going to open it again? You know, where is it going to be? Can you come to another city? You know, things like that. And we found out that, wow, you know, this is something we didn't really expect it, you know, after all this chaos and crisis that happened. But there were young people, actually, even in the middle of the, you know, ethnic crisis, there were young people seeking for skills and just to do something that can help further their life. And so we said, well, we cannot give up. And so we started looking, you know, for a place, and then we found a place, and we have renovated the new place, and we are starting back this month. And so we have
That's
about
amazing. Congratulations.
thank you. We have 8 students now going through the training,
Very
and
good.
yeah, 8 students going through the training with an ambition to, you know, open their own businesses. And so we are very thankful that we are able to do this in Manipur, and we know that this time around it is going to be with a bigger responsibility. We are not just going to see that, okay, this is to be, I mean, it's a big risk in investing in Manipur right now. A lot of businesses have closed down. A lot of, you know, people have left, you know, for, you know, it's not easy to invest right now. And there are so many other challenges that we have, from, you know, social challenges and political challenges and economy wise. I mean, it's just so hard right now. But we are doing this because knowing that we have a purpose. more than a business. So it's more like a business with a purpose, you know, to see recovery, to build, you know, to continue to build the economy in Manipur, and especially for younger people, to inspire them, you know, to be able to say that, you know, this is not the end of life. You know, we can together rebuild our city, our state. So we have that hope.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think this was a very powerful and powerful closing statement. And this kind of summarizes your journey very well. But do you have anything to add on?
Mm. I would say to, I mean, to this women group, whoever is listening, we find ourselves women, we have a lot of challenges, you know, either it's family, marriage,
Yeah.
or business, even more in social world. We do have challenges, but actually we are also very strong. I can say that, you know, we are smart and we are capable. We have potential, you know, given an opportunity. And if you have that opportunity, either be it a small or big, I would say that keep going, don't give up, you know, and we can make a difference. And it may sound very motivational right now, but I'm saying this out of my own life experience, you know. I had multiple of challenges, mountain of challenges, but I know that, you know, there is a room for us to grow, and especially in Northeast India. You know, we have resources that we can use. We have already a rich culture, and you know, and we can continue to do that. I was very thankful for the Weave network that I was able to see, and it's beautiful, and there's so much potential for women. And so I want to just encourage not to give up.
Thank you so much, Zeeneta. And I'm sure the entrepreneurs who will be listening to this video, some of them might be interested in knowing more about coffee, how to make coffee. So then, can they contact you? Can they associate with you? If there's a room for, or you think of having an online platform later on, that can be explored too. Because so all the best for your platform. And it's wonderful to hear that you are again coming back and starting your business. This itself is a very inspirational and very encouraging for a lot of women, for all of us. Whether we are struggling to challenge social norms or not, but it's very challenging to start a business and then get a pause and then restart and rebuild. So all the best, all power to you.
Thank you, Arena. Thank you.
Strength and power to you.
Yeah. They can feel free to reach out to me. I will be able to help if it is anything about setting up a coffee business.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We have a certified trainer. You know, we use this break time not just for a break. We actually upgraded our credibility.
Correct.
Actually, so that was something that we did it. So we have a CS certified trainer that can go on the whole of Northeast India. We can actually train. So we have done some training in other parts of Northeast India as well, and actually beyond. So we would be happy to assist and help.
Yeah, we will personally contact you with regard to training in food processing, because there are a lot of women not only doing tea or coffee, but also in food processing. So if you can guide them in how to preserve and how to go about with the licensing and stuff, I think that would be great.
Absolutely. Cool.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you
Most
so
welcome.
much.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good.